That's hilarious. Bruh. Maybe I should be more like Kevin Samuels. Maybe uh yo, he said, "Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about. Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about. Shut up. Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about." He was upset. Oh my bad. Lights, please. That's a light. I told you we gotta stop letting me do this because this doesn't work. Ouch. I'm in pain. I was working on a car and it's been squelching. I don't know what the fucking word is. It was hot than a. It was hot. It's hot than a bitch. I heard now it's 2 minutes that you can't cuss. If it's really 2 minutes, we in there like swimwear. I could hold my tongue for 2 minutes. I can't do the 10-minute. It's like embedded in me. Oh, I'm programmed. Oh shit, they got me. The hood got me. All right, y'all. If this is your first time watching here on YouTube, my bad. I'm reading and I can't read and talk for some reason, but I do it all the time. Anyway, if this is your first time watching on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, check out what else we got. But just like stick around for this, so maybe don't check out what else we got. I'm not good at doing that, so just stick around and then like and subscribe and comment and engage. We need engagement. I gotta get better at the YouTube. I swear I'm gonna do 15 videos a day. I'm just gonna go crazy. That's it. I'm fasting, so I'm starting to vlog fasting because I needed something that's like a precipice and like a big epic moment. So boom, episode 1 of the vlog, fasting. Oh, nasty. It's coming. It's tough. It's tough what we got coming, but it's coming. What else is going on? It's going to be a decent show. Let's see if we talk Tory lanes. I got a question about a certain group of people that might not like another certain group of people, and I think they're bullying them. Let's talk about school clothes and buying clothes for your kids while you share custody. Like, I think this is a very interesting topic, and I think it's fun. Actually, I wish I had somebody to call. That would be fun-er, if that's a thing. And there's a kerfuffle going on with Wack 100. Something happened on Clubhouse, and it seems that there's a big confusion as to what a snitch is, what a civilian is, what a lot of things are street related and Tekashi 6ix9ine related. So let's get into that because there's a lot of mixed wires, I guess. We'll talk about it. I wonder how many people are upset with this joke. So I was thinking of a skit, and like my daughter would bring a dude over, and he would be like, "Hey, I'm a bud tender," and I'm like, "Oh shit, a bartender, cool. You be making some good money." And he's like, "No, not bartender, bud tender," and I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." You gotta hear the rest of the skit. Damn, don't judge it. Oh yeah, if you are listening or watching on YouTube and you can't hear the music, head over to iTunes and or Apple Podcasts and listen to us over there. You can hear the music. We went rock. Hey, bro, it's our last day outside. We right back locked up. What a beautiful wedding. Closing the goddamn door. Closing the goddamn door. No. It's Kasabian Lavoe wine. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. It's a show that never ends. Welcome to episode 214, live from Las Vegas. Another humid and mucky day, which are my favorite days when they're cloudy and it's raining, because I love chicken nuggets and Wendy's chicken nuggets, preferably. That's a thing. Google it. I love it that when it's cloudy, it's just Wendy's. It is. I'm bummed out. I don't want to lie. I went to my therapist today, and I always feel like I always feel like I'm dirty. It's like after you rub one out, and you're just like, ew, what am I doing? That's how I feel after I talk. Like I know I'm going for a good reason and I'm getting, help and whatnot. I just feel like sometimes I'm too smart for my own good and it doesn't necessarily help the situation. And then I just sit around all day thinking about it. So much bad news. There's really not much good news to talk about, so I didn't even want to talk about it. I was gonna ask, do y'all think that the LGBTQ community is bullying the hip hop community? I thought that was a serious question that I wanted to ask, but I just want to ask it. And if you want to comment and chime in on it, by all means, leave a comment here on YouTube, and we might get to them. We'll see, depending on what y'all say. I want to talk about Tory and Meg, kind of. Like, I lightly want to touch on it, see what's going on with that, because we're still kind of left in limbo, and it's the year anniversary. So it's the only reason we're bringing it up. Besides that, we had a little poll on Instagram and Facebook. A couple people said they want to hear about it, so let's talk about it. Wack 100 was on Clubhouse trying to explain to New York street people street code. That's basically it. And we'll get into that because I think there's a lot of things going on here that we need to unpack when it comes to Wack 100 talking to New York gangsters on California gang culture. Like, it's crazy for me to see Bloods and Crips in New York. I still don't understand it, but let's talk about it and what's really going on. Let's do our intro. Not our intros, my bad. Hold on. Because we got our little ad videos now, so we can do something, you know what I mean? Let's see who's gonna come up first. Head over to Hemper. Hemper is super dope. Get you a Hemper box. Go to hemper.co. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout and save you 20%. Or matter of fact, no, I don't know what you save at Hemper, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they just told me to tell people to tell them to go over there. So maybe somebody should tell Hemper or ask Hemper, what does Kasabian Lavoe checkout get you? But head over there and use Kasabian Lavoe and get you this dope box. This month they're celebrating Space Jam. So check out their Space Jam themed box. Head over to Popple. Popple's a digital business card. And in the post-corona world, what a better way to get your information to your clients than having a Popple. I mean, not only can you design your own Popple, but now they come in like dope different accessories. Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout to save 20%. And customize your landing page, change your profile picture so that your clients can see different updated pictures of you all the time. And I mean, listen, as a real estate agent, handing out business cards all the time and seeing them left on a table somewhere or just not being taken serious, it sucks. And it's a real blow. This is actually very impressive. People always go, ooh, you're right in their phone. And what better way to deal with your clients than being right in the phone? You know what I'm saying? Use Kasabian Lavoe at checkout. Head over to popple.co. Save you 20%. Design your own Popple. Let them know Lavoe sent you and you're a part of the family. Also, head over to klavoe.com. I don't have a Klavoe thingy ad thing, but we'll get one. Head over to klavoe.com. Check out the merch. Check out the music. Check out everything we got. Play it, download it, share it, rewind it, spin it backwards, and all the good stuff. So it's been a year since Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion had their incident. I don't even know what blame to put anymore. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Nobody is. Nothing's changed. He's actually a free man. He hasn't been locked up for anything. He's not in jail. No one said anything like legitimate. It's just an accusation from one person and not a strong one. Not a strong one. And the longer time goes on, it's getting weaker and weaker. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, prayers up to all the parties involved. I think that's what all the radio people say when some shit like this is happening. So school's starting. It's starting a little earlier than I thought it would. And school shopping for kids is always different. And growing up poor, we thrift shopped. And I like being different anyway. Like, I hate running into somebody with the same outfit. Like, that's never happened to me. Maybe something close, but I don't want to match. Like, if like the certain things in style now, I'm good. I'd rather rock something vintage or just do my own thing. Like, I've been on a real kick with the screen print tees with like the old TV shows. That's been like my swag for a minute right now. Like, that and like the hot pink color, like hot pink with some type of old TV show like Family Matters or like the Golden Girl shirt that I'll be rocking. Like, that shit to me is dope. But I'm taking my son out shopping, and my baby mom's hits me up and she's like, yo, he needs some stuff. Sharing custody is difficult, especially when you have two different approaches to how we do things. I got a lot of kids. I got 5 kids. I've been shopping for a lot of kids for a long time. So first things first, I'm frugal because it's a lot of shit that I gotta buy. Like I'm not leaving the mall with 2 pair of sneakers. I'm leaving the mall with like 12 pair of sneakers. You see what I'm saying? I'm leaving the mall with boxes, bags. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Like I'm gonna need all the little things in the back to help me carry the shit out the front. Like it's ridiculous when you have a lot of kids. And when you shop in bulk, you can negotiate and get deals. I don't care who you think you are. If you buy enough shit, you can catch a good deal. And I know how to shop, bro. I can make my son look dope as shit for cheap and then show him how to spend his other money on other things and not blow it on clothes that he ain't even gonna appreciate. You got to know where your audience is when it comes to buying clothing for your children. Like I don't believe in buying the baby name brand sneakers until his feet stop growing some. Like it's so stupid to spend $80-$90 on a pair of shoes he's gonna fucking trash, throw away. The pair of Jordans we bought him is sitting in the fucking yard. They wrinkled up. The other pair of Nikes wrinkled up. Bro, the Walmart sneakers last forever. Anyway, my son is 16 now. He want to look dope, and I'm like, yo, I gotta teach you how to look different. Because I already know what your mom did. Your mom took you to the mall, went to H&M, went to Old Navy, and got you the standard, whatever everybody gonna rock. Fuck that. We gonna switch it up, man. Like, I want to take this kid around different stores and see if we can switch his swag up and buy him some dope shit. And I'm gonna do it for fun. Like, I'm gonna teach him how to come in with a budget because I've always been very budget orientated because of my kids. And like, what does it matter if I spend $200 or I spend $45 and I get the same amount of shit or more? Like, if I spend $200 and I can clothe 5 kids, then didn't I do better than you? I'm just saying, like, it ain't a competition, but I'm just trying to teach my son real life values that he'll be able to use for later and how to be his own man. Like, I think that's one of the nastiest shits that stores do and brands and the internet, man. Like, when we were growing up, you had to come up with your own swag. You couldn't just get on Instagram and see what people was wearing and match that shit. Like, you had to really be at home and be creative, man. Do some shit to your sneakers, your shoelaces. You had to, match this brand with that brand. Go to the swap meet, get some bootleg shit. Match the bootleg shit with some name brand shit. Your jeans always had to be real, but your shirts could be bootleg. You know what I'm saying? We was hood, baby. So hand-me-downs, big-ass clothes that my uncle couldn't fit no more. I'd be wearing some Calvin Kleins and shit like this and New York clothes that nobody ever saw here. Fila, Nike, gear that no one ever saw. And that type of shit kind of molds you, man. And like, it's just, I like being different. There's nothing wrong with being, I guess fashionable, but why can't you be fashionable and be yourself? And I hope it's a learning experience. And I'm gonna film that. We're gonna put it all up there. I want him to experience shopping, but for himself. Like, that's really my goal. Is just to see how he operates on his own and to teach him how we do it and why we do it the way we do it. I'd rather go out and have a good time and let him express himself through his clothing. God, bro, it's so corny when people try to control their kids. Like, I laugh at my kids thinking about this conversation that we're about to have with Wack 100. Tekashi 6ix9ine, since the beginning of all this, I said he's not a gangster. Like, he's not a snitch. These people had time on him already before he even spoke. And anybody that watches TV, anybody that's my age or younger that watches any type of crime TV, when the fuck can they prosecute you without the snitch's statement? Like, the snitch never spoke. He could fucking renege on the stand. Like, there's a million fucking things that Tekashi could have done to blow that whole case. But the feds didn't really need him. The feds needed him for public eye. It wasn't for shit else. Just to make New York feel like something happened. Now, don't get me wrong. He told. There's a difference between telling and snitching. There's a comedian. I was just telling Manny this the other day, and I don't know who the comedian is. There's a comedian that tells a joke. He goes, me and my brother stole something, me and my cousin stole something, me and my friends. Let's just say me and my homeboy. Me and my homeboy stole something. We was running. I hid under a car. He hid behind a bush. The police got him. When the police got him, he comes out the bush and goes, damn, dog, they got us. Come from out from underneath the car. Why you hiding, man? Come on, they got us. That's a snitch. I am not in the street no more. If you break into my home, I am going to bust your fucking melon and call the police and tell them that I busted your fucking melon with my legal weapon because you broke into my home. That does not mean that I'm snitching. That is telling. And yes, I'm going to tell on your ass because I'm going to have to serve time for cracking your shit. See how gangster that shit be. I don't expect my gangster ways to carry over into my kids, especially my sons who've grown up in the suburbs. It doesn't make any sense. My son, we was laughing, shit, having a conversation about some shit happening. My son was like, oh no, I snitch right away. I'm telling, I don't want to do no fucking jail time. I laugh because he's right. And he should. I don't expect my son to take no time for nothing. He ain't take no oaths. He's not loyal to no sets. He's not out there putting in no work. My son is a square. It's exactly what I wanted from him. And it's the most beautiful thing to me in the world. I love the idea of having kids that are from the burbs. I wish I would have had this life. So what I'm giving to my kids is the life that I never had. So I will maintain course. Like, I'm not going to retract to try to make them hard or none of that. That shit to me is corny. What I want to do is have them understand, just honestly, the difference between real gangster shit and the shit they see. For example, my grandfather used to always tell me that the gangsters that you see ain't gangsters. What you see are snitches because they got caught and they told. There's no movie that shows the gangster that never got caught or the guy that never told. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. You don't know my grandfather's name. You don't know the work he put in. There's many like him. What you know are snitches or fictional stories like Scarface. These aren't legitimate stories. These are fictional. These are made up on characters that they've heard from snitches. Do you know that 98% of crimes in America are fucking solved due to snitching? Everybody tells. The streets been dead. It's not even, that's beyond the scope of things. When it comes to 6ix9ine and this whole situation, you have people doing things that bothers me to the highest extent. Instead of learning something and expressing themselves properly or creating their own culture, they're imitating what they think. When I moved out here to the West, I was young. I was in my teens. I grew up in this gang shit. I understand it. I respect it. It's different. New York don't move like the West move. Hold up. At all. Especially when it comes to this gang shit. There wasn't no colors and shit when I was in New York. Wasn't no Crips. Wasn't no Bloods. Wasn't nobody out there claiming, nothing. Wasn't no 9 trays or none of that shit. Like, that's all new to me. When I saw Bloods and Crips in New York, I was pretty fucking blown away because no. Not at all. That shit was weird to me. It still is weird to me because there's certain things that I see that is just not allowed. Excuse me. The Tekashi 6ix9ine situation was simple. It was some dumb people that was involved, and they got themselves caught up in the limelight of someone else. We are taught to play your role in your position. I think I talked about this before. Look, man, when you come up in the hood, it's real simple. There's like an ecosystem. Right? There's P's, there's gangsters, there's dope boys, there's jack boys. Everybody has a position that they play. There's certain things you're supposed to do. There's certain things you ain't supposed to do. Do you understand that gangs, money, mafia, and all these things have been involved in music for many, 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 many years? And when I say many, many, many years, I mean Frank Sinatra, all the way back to the Motown days. A lot of these guys were sponsored by gangsters. But guess what? The gangsters ain't fucking keeping them around them and showing them where the trap house is at and have them standing on the block claiming this and claiming that. Man, shut that shit the fuck up. We're here to make money. There's an MTV show. There was a Megan the Band group. It was a white boy band, and there was an MTV show with one of the boy band guys. I think his name was Ashley. He left the group, and he had a solo career. He was working on a solo career, and he got signed by a label. The label was ran by pimps. It was obvious. It was literally a label that was shady as shit, but they were giving him money. They were funding him. MTV was following him while he was recording this album and shit. And he was like, yo, I need some money. And they're like, yeah, what you need? He was like, oh, I need like 5 G's. And they're like, shit, here, take 15. Bow, broke him off cash. This little white boy didn't know what the fuck he was getting into. But those dudes was not putting him in the position where he could do anything that would get them caught up. It's just at all. Like, that's just how that goes. The streets are real simple. Like I said, it's an ecosystem. At some point in time, everybody want to do everything. You can't. If you sell drugs, you sell drugs. If you want to pimp, you pimp. If you want to steal, you steal. If you want to be the connector, there's always that guy that knows a guy. If you want to be one of those, be one of those. Like, everybody has a position and everybody has a role that they need to play so that everything works smooth. That's just how it goes. Like, you can't call somebody a rat if they shouldn't have even known information that they had. See, the gang fucked up. The gang took a L. Not Tekashi. They've done nothing to him. Zimmerman is still walking around. I don't want to hear it. Y'all get mad at the January 6th shit. Them white boys took it to the Capitol. Zimmerman walking around, 6ix9ine walking around. It don't matter. Anybody do whatever the fuck they want can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm going to tell you something, though. And motherfuckers better pay attention real close. California don't play that shit. Every rapper has died in California, bro, or because of some California beef. That now is different, but at least back in the 90s and the early 2000s, Cali ain't to play with. Biggie, Pac, come on, man. Pac got popped a block away from Las Vegas Boulevard. Biggie got popped in Beverly Hills. What the fuck are we talking about? These motherfuckers are crazy, man. That gang shit ain't to play with. Look, murderers and all that other shit was never a part of this whole gang culture. Drugs did that, jealousy did that, and a lot of other things. But nonetheless, gangs came together in a form to protect neighborhoods and to protect themselves because it was self-policing. The police weren't so fucking intertwined in our neighborhoods the way they are now. Before, they were more like one of us. They were people. Like they really walked the beat and shit like this, which took away a lot of the tension, a lot of the issues that we have now with police and neighborhoods. But that's a whole different conversation for a whole different time. Damn, that conversation is fucking always a good conversation to have. But nonetheless, gang culture made its way all around the world. Man, they got, look, lowrider culture, the Mexican gangs. Got lowrider culture in Japan. You got Bloods and Crips around the world. You got music that's changed the whole fucking world. And gang culture has literally translated worldwide. But locally, there's a lot of rules and regulations that should be held to a certain standard that aren't. I don't expect a civilian to even know that, nor even understand this conversation. As a matter of fact, when someone asks you where you from, the answer that comes from where you from will determine everything. The rest of your life is determined on what comes after that. Because when you get pressed and somebody says, where you from? You better know what to say. Oh, and if you need to play dumb, play dumb. That shit's an option too. Oh, I'm from New York. Oh, you don't bang? No, I'm from the Bronx. There's too many of them. The fuck I'm gonna do? Get beat the fuck up? No, I'm good. That was that. I listened to this dude Chick Smooth on I don't listen to him, but he screenshots all the Clubhouse conversations. So shout out to Chig on YouTube. Check him out. I'll put him in the link. I guess his ad name. I don't know how to do that shit, but we'll figure it out. Shout out to him. Good dude. He has all the clips up of Wack 100 talking to these guys. And I mean, what you can see is the obvious. Somebody missed a step somewhere, and a lot of that has to do with the drug war from the 80s and 90s. Like, a lot of the real gangsters that could have passed on gems and shit probably got killed in the street or got locked up, and what you got left behind was a bunch of sucker ass motherfuckers like Hassan Campbell and shit that go in there and just poison the hood instead of teach, legitimate fucking principles and morals and raise men, gangsters and men, because at the end of this we are men, gangster at all times. But I'm a man. I demand respect because I respect every single person, and I won't skip a beat. I'm always going to respect everyone. Excuse me, how are you doing? Good morning. Hold the door. Like, I think fucking being nice is the easiest thing you could do, and I've gotten better at understanding that, the older I get. You get away from the PTSD living in the hood. Like, it's hard to let go of this tension that we always have for no reason. Like, it's hard going to school, going through 5 and 6 gang neighborhoods and having to, put up with 5 and 6 different gang colors, and you got to know what to say when you hit this corner. You got to know what to say when you hit that corner. You might have to fight on this corner. Like, that shit goes with, like, we used to run across the street and get in each other's faces and start hooting and hollering and get to fighting and then get right back like nothing ever happened. Like, that type of shit is crazy. Like, the life that we live was not fun, and it causes a lot of mental issues, which is why the fuck I'm in therapy. Anyway, with that being said, nothing good happened. Like, the Simone Biles thing is blowing me away because her skill is above the rest. She should hands down always win the gold, and they're literally skewing the score because she's too good. That bothers me. Now, See, Chris Bell wrote a great article. I don't have it because I was just so fucking fed up with all the bad news today. Chris Bell, he's the guy from Bigger, Stronger, Faster, whatever the fuck America. Look him up. Chris Bell has an article where he talks about why Simone is not allowed to take her medicine, her Ritalin or her ADHD medicine, which helps her focus in Japan because it's illegal. So that seems to be an issue with her, that she's having, a mental distraught, or she's just mentally distraught because of her ADHD. And I mean, I don't know if that's cheating. I don't know. There might be a conversation. Is that cheating? Is taking focused medicine cheating? It is a part of the game. I mean, if you can't mentally handle the game, doesn't that mean that you can't play the game? Like, don't we all say we always want to see how you perform under the bright lights. Like, that's a part of the game. Like, I was having a conversation with somebody about music, and they could not seem to understand that a successful artist can reach the masses. Like, that's a big part of it. Like, I don't think music so much is hard as to the business of music and respecting the talent of being able to spread your seed so far, pause, because that sounds crazy, but to be able to command that much respect. Like, you will literally be an MC in any room if you can get that many people to follow you. And now with, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you can see the followers and then see the engagement, understand what type of popularity this person has. That's a big deal. I don't care who you can't fake the ability to attract fans and to create a fan base. If you have a real fan base, if you create something that people really enjoy, that's a talent that needs to be respected. For some reason, the person I was talking to didn't get that. They were like, nah, I know way better artists that are not even known. And I go, well, that's impossible. If they're not known, they're not better, because they would have to be known to be comparable. Like, you have to have something. Like, they don't got to be famous, but they have to at least have a project or something and some type of success, a run of success, to show that they're capable of being successful. Like, it's the business of it that I think fail a lot of people. But that was besides the point. I'm sorry. I just went off on a rant. That kind of bothered me that we were talking about that. I was like, why don't you get that? Like, that is a huge feat. The idea that someone can get millions and millions of people to follow them is a big, big deal. The idea that somebody can get 20 million, 30 million followers or whatever the fuck it is online and get over 1 million people to react to something within seconds is very, very powerful, and it should be respected. But is it cheating to take ADHD medicine while competing in the Olympics? Comment below. I want to hear what you say. That's weird. Is it cheating? Is it like steroids? I don't know. I was going to talk about Brittany Renner, but I really don't care. That's weird. It's gross. Honestly, to wrap up the show, Vegas is back on mask restrictions. I wasn't too sure if it said that we're going to try to minimize going outside, but I did read right before the show started that Atlanta is actually going back into phase 3. Nevada hasn't necessarily announced any phase retractions or where we stand, but we're back to wearing masks here in Nevada and here in Las Vegas. I wanted to go do a video on the storm drains and all the people that may have been flooded out because of all the rain. It might be a bad day because it's going to rain again. We got rain for a while. If I can make my way to the drain, I would love to shoot some footage and see if I could put something together to show you guys the underworld of Vegas. I think it's dope. I think it's a real dope thing. And maybe, give some light to things that people don't understand, some issues that are going on out there that are really affecting the city. Homelessness in Vegas is definitely not a huge issue, but an issue. And there's instances like those underground tunnels and those underground communities, because there's so many people down there that, they deem to be fixed, just don't know how. That's why I do the show. I don't know how. But if you do, shit, let me know. I'm going to go play video games with my friends. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. One.